Hello everyone, and welcome to 4KB Shorts The Bargain Bin with the Oil Blue. The Oil Blue is a game that I love very, very much. I got it on one of the early Humble Indie bundles, like the second or third one. It wasn't the game I actually bought the bundle for. I bought the bundle for the Blackwell Legacy, I believe is what came with this. And I decided to install this just as sort of a what if, whatever, what not. And it turns out the game is really super fun and very, very, very relaxing, believe it or not. And one of the major reasons it's relaxing is because of the background music, and I'll just go ahead and stop talking for a moment and let you listen. Isn't that nice? Nice and peaceful? And like this background that you see with the moon and the stars and the clouds and everything, all that purple and blue, that's really the whole, that's your screen. That's what you're going to see most of the time. So all these peaceful colors, all that peaceful music, this game really isn't that stressful. It's very relaxing, very, very passive. I did run a little Let's Play-ish thing here before for the bargain bin. I don't know if anyone saw it earlier. But I did upload it, and it turns out that it didn't work for me. The audio was recorded badly and whatnot, so I got rid of it, and I decided to show everyone my main game, I think. So this will give you a little rundown of how the game plays and what's going to happen, or what happens throughout the game. I'm on day 61, which is basically level 61, I guess you could call it, but it doesn't really work that way, and I'll explain that in a minute. I'm rank 7. Which is really super high because you start the game at rank 50 and then you go up to rank 1. So just so you know, I'm at rank 7. And I'm on Potato Island, which is, well, it's shaped like a potato, believe it or not. Now before I get in there, I do want to tell you who made the game. Which is not in here, apparently. Oh, maybe, yeah, extras, right? Yeah, here it is, okay. Yeah, really quick. The game was created by David Galindo. Art and logo Sarah Gross. The art, the machinery, art, and HUD was David Galindo. The original music, the music you hear now in the background, is Johnathan Greer. Awesome music, very awesome. The Humble Indie bundle came with a soundtrack for this game, and so of course I have the soundtrack, which is also awesome. The game can be found at Vertigo Games or vertigogaming.net, and a link to it will be included in the description, of course, so everyone can check it out. I do know now, because I did already, check out the site and look it up, there is a demo for the game, and they also currently, as of this time, wish to be Steam Greenlighted, and I say do it. Do it. Also buy the game, for 2 reasons. 1, the game is awesome, and 2, because once they're greenlit, everybody who owns a copy gets a free Steam key. That's something cool. I don't know if that counts for the Humble Indie bundle purchase, but I already have the game, so whatever. So you don't really do, now with this game, each level is a day. Each island is a level, and then each island has a certain number of days where you have to complete a task. And so we're going to start our new day. This is day 62, I believe, on this particular profile, on Potato Island. And as you can see, this is why it's called Potato Island, because it's shaped like a potato. And this is all like hand drawn. It's drawn on a computer, of course, but I think like it's all sketched out by hand. It's not like CG generated or anything. I think these are models that are tacked on here, because these are the drill rigs I have. So I have like 1 pump jack, 2 of the larger rigs, and then like 2 drills and 2 passive stations, but I'll explain those later. You can unlock art and stuff. You can have concept art, rejected features, and designs. I'm not going to show these off because you guys have to earn them. See a reason to buy the game. And I tell you this, Galindo's descriptions of like why he decided to go the way he did, and what like the way these backgrounds progressed and everything is all very interesting to read. It's not just boring crap. They're like, oh, that's no fun to unlock. Why don't I unlock like better levels or something? No, that's really fun to read, because this is an indie game. It was developed for an indie game. And so reading that is actually, you're like, oh, well, that's how he progressed. And you can see some of the changes he made. And you can say, oh, well, those changes are actually really good. Okay, I like those. So then you have tutorials and oil licenses. C class, B class, A class, and S class. These 3 are required, but you get these 2 later. You unlock them, basically. And this one is, when you start the game, you run through these as a tutorial. S class is special. You're supposed to be able to unlock a bonus by completing these. I cannot complete all 3 of them. There's a couple of them, I think one or two of them, that are really, really difficult for me, because you're given a specific machine and a specific task, and you have to do all this stuff in a very limited amount of time, and it's very difficult to do. Haven't been able to get the S license, so whatever the bonus is, I don't know. If someone's unlocked it, feel free to give it away in the comments, or keep it to yourself and giggle at people. I don't care. So we start a new day, and that gives us here, which gives us all that stuff that you just saw. And then from there, we begin our work day. Now, I was given a task. I don't know what day this is. This might be day 1 for this island, but it's day 61, so I'm on 61, not 62. I have my 0 hour, and that's 101, or 100 seconds, till market opens. So for this 0 hour, I could repair any machines that are broken. There aren't any that are broken, so I'm not going to demonstrate that. I can buy upgrades, and so my ground level... Oh, so this must be... yeah, this must be like day 1 or something. So what I'm going to do is I have the ability to rank these up. Now, these ground well machines are my passive machines, and if you notice, this actually cost me $1,950 to rank this up. And this money here is my rank, really. That's how your rank works. That's actually my rank down there. And I'm basically selling my rank to get better ground pumps. I can do the same thing with my oil derricks and my pump jacks, but I'm not going to. And this just tells you all the little upgrades you get, like ground well 1 at level 8 gets the amount of oil lost when cells are depleted is greatly decreased, and the charge rate of cells has increased. I'm not going to read them all. You can read them, of course. Get the game, get the demo, play the game, you can read them. But right now I'm not going to read them to you because this is a bargain bin and I'm showing you what's great. So I still have 36 seconds. So I have 55 storage barrels. You only start with 15, but since I'm level 7, I've gotten some more. Day 61, and I don't know what is my objective. Each island has an objective, so I have to earn $161,352 in 15 days. I hate these ones. I hate, not because they're bad, but because, see, now I have 6 islands claims, 2 islands lost. That means I couldn't get the objectives on 2 islands, but I did get the objectives on 6 islands, which is actually really good. And that includes oil platforms. Okay, my day started. Now we have no oil in storage to sell, so we're going to drop down to our management screen. This is where we manage our oil derricks. Now these I ranked up. I maxed them out, and I maxed them out because they're very passive machines. You just turn on each battery, and then you set the unit to run, and the batteries drain and the oil comes in. And they don't get you a lot of oil. They don't. They get you a little bit, but it's a passive machine. It helps out. Now I like using these. These are really fun. They're one of the few this is what makes the game would make the game great for a touchscreen, because this is actually tap these screens to calibrate, and this is basically booting up the machine. So I'm going to boot up those machines, and I'm going to start this machine as well. So now these are my 3 favorite machines. Are also some of the easiest to operate. So with this one, what you do is you tell it where you want to go. You're like, each one of these is a possible oil pocket. So you just tell this unit, oh, look at that, it ran into one right away. So that's oil. That's an oil pocket. And that oil pocket says there may be oil here, or there is oil here. And you just go back and forth through this oil pocket, and it fills up your oil tank, and then you can transfer oil when you're done. Now this bar here is your pressure. Now your pressure is caused by drilling oil, and every machine has pressure except for your passive machine. So just drilling through the rock, or otherwise, you know, when you're getting oil, when you're actually collecting oil, I'm doing like 3 things now, and trying to talk, if you can believe that. When you're getting oil, the machine actually, the pressure increases more quickly, so you have to pay closer attention to the machine. So what I'm doing now is I'm waiting for this pump jack to finish. I missed that second run. It goes to the left side, then it goes to the right side, then it resets. Unfortunately, I missed the left side, and that's the machine yelling at me, telling me that I need to pay attention right now. So as you can see, this is what I mean when I said it was like really fun. Great, now I can transfer the oil because I have 100%. Each one of those little oil circles, once you get all 100%, or at least 100% of 2, so 50 of one, 50 of the other, you can get oil from it. Now that dot there, sorry, I'm skipping because now I'm on this machine. These are all bad. If it has white in it, like, see, good, bad, very simplistic, even an idiot can use it, right? Alright, now we're back here. And once again, we just go through all the nodes. And unfortunately, there's been no good oil, so we're going to go ahead and reset that a little bit. So you hear those ding dings. What that means is that's the machine trying to get your attention, and it doesn't when you're on the machine or not. So these two I don't have to pay attention to right now. They're not saying anything to me. So I can sit here and kind of watch the screen for the next 8 seconds until it resets and I have to do my pump jack. And of course I missed the right side again because I was too busy down here. That's kind of costing me. No, I didn't miss it because I did tell you that that was garbage. So this is garbage, so we don't have to look at that. This has probably got a pressure release issue, which it does. This one does too. And then we go back here, and it looks like we missed the side again, unfortunately. So while we're waiting, I can go ahead and explain some other things. This is how much oil is worth. Right now it's $132.68, and when I said that I hate these get X number of dollar missions, the reason why is because it is dependent on this. It is not dependent on how good your machines are, it is dependent on how much money you can get. So the way the game works is, as you see it's going down now, you can only get a maximum, ooh, more oil, yay! You can only sell for a maximum of $200 and a minimum of $100. It's like an oil price cap thing that's going on in the game. And because of that, with these ones where they're like, you need to sell X number of barrels of, or X number of dollars of barrels of oil, if this is down at 100, you're making half as much money as you could make with an actual, like, a 200% run. It's really bad. So it's really dependent on the random number generator. That of course makes it difficult, but I guess that's part of the game. But as I was saying, I'm just not very good at it. I'm really not very good at all at doing that particular thing. Oh, I only have 1 hour, of course, 1 hour remaining on these. I did get some oil barrels out. I'm not required to sell it today. I can save it up. I have 55 barrels remaining. Or excuse me, I have 55 barrels that I can, use, that I can store. If I try to store more oil than I have room for, it just gets lost. Unfortunately, it doesn't get sold or anything. It's just gone forever. Alright, I can transfer oil out of this. So that takes some time. As it levels up, it speeds up. And if you notice, my machine's level 1, but each time I pass through one of these nodes, I get a little bit of XP for that machine. As the machine levels up, it gets better, it gets faster, it gets easier to maintain and to manage, and you have a higher potential chance of finding oil. This machine, unfortunately, is yellow now because the pressure, which I cannot release on this machine, which means it has X number of uses, will just continue to build. So I only have 1 hour remaining. I may run into a pocket, so I may get partial oil. If I don't run into a pocket, then I won't worry about it, but that partial oil will stay in the tank so that I can use it on my next day. And on your last day, of course I have 16 days here, but on your last day, if you have, like, 3/4 of a tank, you don't have to worry about it being lost. You don't have to be all like, oh my god, I can't believe I lost 3/4 of a tank of oil, because this is like 5 barrels of oil. It will sell that for you automatically. If you have that, it'll automatically sell that for you, so you don't have to worry about it. But if you notice, I'm only using these 3 machines because these machines take a lot of patience and time to manage, and I have a very difficult time doing that. So I try to ignore those machines unless they're like the only ones I have, then I use them. So here's my statement for the day. The island you have previously claimed have brought in $58,000 in royalties. So that's the 6 islands that I passed. So that's 58,000, and then I get a 5 times multiplier because that's because of my level. It's one of my rewards. Every level you get some kind of reward. I have so far gotten a 5 times multiplier, so I get this huge multiplier. So I get $58,000 just for working for 1 day because I claimed 6 other islands. And so then you have UO taxes, which decreases. That's more rewards that you get. This number goes down. So 58,000 times 20% tax means I get $46,400 just for that day. Now that doesn't count. Unfortunately, that doesn't count towards how much money I made. I actually have to make the money off of oil. If it did, it would be so nice, but it doesn't. You have your workers. This was supposed to be a mini game, but they decided to take it out to more focus on the oil part of the game, which I'm very glad. So it just costs you money then to feed your people, and I guess that would work. And this, if you make money, it levels you up. So I'm currently level 7. I'm a VP of Oil Relations and Training. And then if I get $22,050, I will rank up to level 6. And I get that, of course, by selling oil. I didn't sell anything today, so we go down a day. No dollars made. I need $161,000. May make it, may not. I don't know. If I'm talking fast and going fast, this game is super intense. It is super intense. And it's not like a lot of other management games, like, you know, SimCity, where you just build this and link that and pray to God your people are happy and hopefully a meteor doesn't come down and blow them up. Or hell, bring a meteor down and blow them up because I'm bored. It's intense because you get to select which machines you use. If you don't turn on a machine, it doesn't get used. So here's this wrench. The wrench means the machine's broken. And this is a little mini game. You can read the sign on the right if you want. I already know how to do most of these. Oh, that one's really easy. Okay, cool. Got it in the first try. I love that. Now, if you saw that auto repair thing on top, that's another reward I got. I got that for leveling up, so I can spend $5 grand and get it auto repaired. I don't have to play the mini game anymore, but I like to. You can't sell barrels of oil while you're waiting for. Yeah, see, don't fret if price of barrels are below yesterday's average. It could still be that the price of barrels are at a near record high. That's never good. You can't sell barrels of oil while you're in 0 hour. 0 hours for repairs only. You can't do anything else. But you can set it up to where you can sell it if you want to. So this tells you how much you'd make. I'd make $3,701.18 off of the current market prices, which is $132.19. A record high and yesterday's are roughly the same, unfortunately. Not very good. So I'm not going to sell those because I have roughly 50 more barrels of oil I can use. So we're going to skip 0 hour again. And I was initially only going to run you guys through one day, just for fun, but we're going to do it again. Now, if you see, my batteries are now charged up to 152 when they were only 100 before. That's because one of the levels that I purchased, we're going to jack this up to 4 now that we have extra power. One of the levels I purchased actually gives you a bonus to your power in these every day. So if you don't use that much power, you get a ton back, so you can use more the next day if you want to. And if you notice, oil has gone down once again, so it's even cheaper now than it was before, which makes it hard for us. So we're going to boot up this machine once again, because it's one of my favorites, and then we're going to boot up both of these machines because they're easy, they're semi-passive. I like semi-passive machines. If you play, you might actually enjoy more active machines like the pump jacks, or the pump drills, excuse me, the drills, these ones. Oh, they're fun, they are fun, but they take up most of my attention span for this game. I'd rather run these 3 semi-passive ones than one of those pump jacks, honestly. Alright, so it looks like something level... Oop, I missed an oil. My bad. So my pump jack 1 has gone up to level 2, so the time taken for calibration has decreased. That's this time here. The initial startup time has been decreased, which is also nice. Oop, I ran into an oil. Look at that. Right off the bat, I ran into oil. Okay. No oil here yet. I try to get... Oop, there it is. I say it, and then it makes it so. So once again, leveling up my guys here. Okay, this one's about to kick in. So there we go, drill rig number 2. Okay, that's going to start screaming at me, but I want to check this. Release pressure. Oh, I see why. So what's happening here is because I'm operating on 2 separate, or I'm pumping in 2 separate oil fields, or oil nodes. I'm actually... Yeah, I missed the second node again. I'm actually increasing the amount of pressure on the machine by twice as much. Yeah, so it's like totally owning my machine right now. So I have to pay super close attention to this one to make sure it doesn't get damaged. And what happens to a damaged machine when you damage it is that it shuts down. But when a machine is shut down, it shuts down for the day. You can't use it anymore. That's it, you're done. If you manually shut it down, same thing. You can repair it that day, but you cannot do anything else with it. You can't start it back up or anything. So we got a little bit more oil in that. So my pump jack's not exactly the most useful device right now, mostly because it is basically it's running on fumes, I guess you can call it. It has a very it's only level 2. It doesn't go very deep for oil. It calibrates very, very slowly, and then when it does calibrate, it's a pain in the butt to get from one side to the other. But as the pump jack increases, the level increases, that becomes easier. I usually don't level up these machines like automatically. I let the machine do it itself. I like earn it, mostly because that's more fun for me. But if I'm really in the mood to make lots of oil, I will, of course, level it up. Okay, so my other drill rig has gotten to level 2, which is awesome. And is still sucking up tons of oil. So you can see how this might, how speedy this is. You're like constantly paying attention to the game. At no time are you like, oh, I have to wait for this thing to finish, or oh, I have to wait for this update to come through. Nope. You are constantly pushing buttons, you are constantly checking stuff, and like I said, I only have these 3 machines running. That's it. I don't have all of the machines I have available running, and that's my choice, of course. Probably not the best choice when it comes to making tons and tons and tons of money off of oil, but what do I know? I'm not really an oil baron. I'm just a guy who drills the oil, right? That's my job. I manage my crew, I drill the oil. Oh, look at that, more oil. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, so we got another full tank. I have to be careful here though, because I think I'm running out. Yes, I am. I'm up to 54. So we have to sell our oil before we overload our barrels. So we're going to do that. We're going to sell our oil. That's very helpful. Release pressure, transfer oil. Okay, nothing here. We'll have this one go down and then that way. Okay, this machine's getting a workout. It's almost got 1 full tank. These ones have loaded like 2 full tanks of oil. This one's almost got 1. that tells you something about that. Okay, 1 hour remaining. So what we want to do is we just want to kind of level up the machine a little bit and maybe get lucky and strike another thing of oil. If not, we'll just take as much of this oil as possible. See, these ones are down to 50, which is okay. They're gonna run out before the day ends, I think, because I have them pumping at level 4 rather than any lower level. But I decided to do that because I don't mind. Yay, another level up. We're leveled up. Pump Jack 1 is now at level 3, so the initial depth for drilling is increased by 100 feet, and the amount of time given for drops is slightly increased. So now I have more time to prepare for the following drop, is basically what it's telling me. So I'll lose that left side one a little bit less often. Oh, it's getting a workout. Alright, we're just taking this. It won't be a full tank. This one will be if we get it, but we probably won't, because we only had the hour left. Alright, nothing on that side. Oh, and that ticking sound, of course, as you already are aware, I'm sure you heard it last time, is the end of the day. As I said, we probably won't get 100% of this. We will get 100% of this, but since it's only 86% to begin with, not that big a deal. So we'll get about 3/4 a tank in that one, and nothing in the other one. And there we go. So yeah, that's super intense. And now we're back up to 24 barrels of oil, and once again, this is our second day. So the same, 58,000. So I get $46,400 in royalties. So I'm a rich man. Cost $1,000. I think 1,000 is the maximum. When I started out, first it says like your people scrape up whatever they can find to eat, and then like it costs $100, and then it costs like $200, and now it's up to 1,000. So that goes up. So let's see if I made enough money. Nope, I need 14,990 for the next level, and then. Oh, we made that much money. We made $7,058.50. We made that little sliver of money in 2 days. Yeah, as you can tell, I really don't like to make money. These are the islands I always fail. So, but, you know, like I said, that's where I fail. You might do better. You might be better at the whole managing your selling point thing. But. So yeah, this is the oil blue. So that was just 2 days of gameplay. And on a much later island. When you start out, you get like 1 drill rig. So you get like 1 of these drill rigs and 1 of these passive pumps. They always give you a passive pump. I've never seen, they're called ground wells, so I've never seen an island that has not had at least 1 ground well. It's like a freebie for you, so you can get like 1 or 2 barrels of oil, if nothing else, so maybe you can level up. Even if you fail the island, you'll still get some money for selling oil, and that's very helpful. These are all randomized. It's all very fun. It's all very great. You can choose which machine you like for yourself. These are all the types of machines you can get. I just happen to have 2 of these, and 2 of these, and 2 of these, and 1 of these. Having 2 pump jacks is really fun to try to manage that, especially if you have 2 pump jacks and 1 of the large rigs. That's super fun. But yeah, absolutely check it out. Like I said, I will be sticking the link to the download, or at least the link to the website, in the comments or in the description for everybody. So go check it out. Go download the demo. Go vote for it on Steam. Go pick up the game. It's about $9 at this time. I absolutely, if you like management games, even if you don't like management games, I absolutely hate management games. I hate sim games. I hate games where you're sitting there just waiting for stuff to happen. But if you notice, this one, it just kept me busy constantly. I wasn't on one screen for any amount of seconds. I was just boom, 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 back and forth. So super exciting, but also super awesome. Great art, great music, great fun. So once again, I would like to thank you all for joining me, 4KB Short, on this bargain bin of the Oil Blue. And I will see you next video.